Mud fossils are an area of study which I like to call guff and beans. It sits in the same bracket as mud floods and gamatria. So every once in a while I think it's prudent to clip its wings a bit and take a look at the freshest mud fossil videos. And today, a new mud fossil champion takes the stage. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Right, on with today's video and a channel called Tyson's Mudfossil Adventure. Clearly inspired by Roger from Mudfossil University, Tyson is taking us on a tour of creation, Mudfossil style.
We're going to be looking at creation, where creation came from, and we're going to start out with chaos. Because creation came out of chaos. In fact, scriptures say that our God is not a God of chaos and confusion. So creation came from chaos, and what is chaos? Complete disorder and confusion. So out of complete disorder and confusion, God made order.
Okay, quick question on that one. If you were God, why would you make things chaotic in the first place? Why not just start with order? Seems a bit more of a better way to go about things. I don't know.
Let's get into this. Okay, we're going to look at this real quick. At this part right here. In the creation myth, it's not a myth, chaos came before everything else.
He's still going to cite this though as something to be believed, trust me, despite leaving out that little myth part. Extraordinary, isn't it?
So chaos was here before anything was ever creation, before any of the worlds we see, before our eyes, before earth, anything, there was chaos. Okay, let me show you what Jesus says about creation and where it came from. And then upon these pliant substances God breathes, just as he breathed upon the chaos of the deep when the worlds were formed.
So he did not create all matter then, if what you're telling us is true. He ordered all of the chaos that was already there. So where did all that come from then? See my point?
So it's going along with Greek mythology here too, that chaos deep is what the worlds were formed out of. So out of chaos, God formed the worlds we see before our eyes. So chaos must have been these creatures that were chaos.
Creatures which must have come from somewhere, right?
Okay, this is the East Coast dragon. So this would be one of the pieces of chaos that Earth is created out of. This is its head. You can see its neck and the body here. Feathers on its back here. This has been shown many times.
So hang on. A dragon half the size of the continental United States is just laying there. What on earth would that thing eat? Because I don't think a regular sheep is going to cut it, my friend.
Yeah, it's better just to do this. I mean, this is not, that doesn't happen geologically just by accident. It's impossible. Especially for the way they say plate tectonics and stuff work. This would never happen.
Well, that's clearly the Appalachian Mountains, isn't it? So yes, it would happen, wouldn't it? The Appalachians were formed around 275 million years ago, when the North American plate and the African plate collided together.
So this is just one of the dragons. Earth is completely created out of carcasses.
I mean, that's a massive claim, isn't it? I'm sure you've got the evidence to back this up, haven't you? You haven't just got a pareidolia-fueled rant, have you?
The dragon and the fish in Morocco. You got the dragon here, you got its head and its tail, legs down here. You got the fish that's spewing this stuff on top of this fish.
That would be the Atlas Mountains, caused by the collision of the African and Eurasian plates some 80 million years ago.
You have the China dragon. That's its right eye, left eye over here, the crown of its head up here, the brow of its nose, the mouth is down here. it's so obvious when you get up here and look at this.
A dragon head the size of China, which would make its body bigger than the Earth itself, wouldn't it? Was the inner solar system awash with planet-sized mythical creatures in the past or something?
And I know it's hard for the mind to comprehend. It sounds, you know, over the top. And then you got the Russian dragon here. You got its head right here with a bent-in beak and eye. You got all of its neck right here. You can come up and look at this. And you got its neck right here, and the body back in here, and the rest of the body's separated and back over in here.
That would be the Stanovoy mountain range, caused by the collision of the Siberian plate with other minor plate boundaries.
I mean, this stuff is so over the top. We got something laying right here. Something would look like it's got feet and tail on it. Don't know what it is because it's buried.
That would be the Carpathians, caused by the Alpine uplift events over 700 million years ago.
I'll show you one more. Hold on. If I remember where it's at. And if you go just north of it into France and Germany here, there is another one laying right here. It's really hard to see. It basically goes out to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, and its head's laying right here.
So pretty much the whole of continental Europe is a giant dead animal. I just think this is a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Looking a bit like animals is not evidence for their existence, is it, Tyson?
That right there is its eye. That right there is its nose. This is its head, and its back runs down here. It looks like some kind of dragon of some kind.
Why is it always a dragon, by the way?
But it's this big right here. So, you know, this stuff is hard to ignore when you start looking around and seeing. And it's not paradiola or so out of all this chaos and all these creatures, I mean, the whole planet is, our worlds are created out of carcasses.
Like I said, you need some pretty good evidence if you expect us to believe that.
And this is the head of some kind of reptile with its teeth. You can see its upper row of teeth right there sticking through. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I'm sorry if it disturbs you or whatever, or you're thinking everything's geological and 5 billion years of evolutionary volcanism. You would be wrong.
Yeah, just dismiss all the evidence to support that in favour of... that looks a bit like a giant dragon. By the way, did you just see that? It's a witch. A giant dead witch. Right here on Earth. Can you believe it? But seriously, this is of course all nonsense. And I think we're going to leave Tyson here today and say we're all done and debunked for another Tinfoil Tuesday. What do you all think there of Tyson's attempt at trying to convince us all that the world is made of nothing but giant dead animal carcasses? Let me know in the comments below what you think, or if you think he's onto something. Thanks so much for watching today. It is truly appreciated. If you did enjoy it, please do consider subscribing to the channel. We're now well past 550,000 subscribers, on the march to 600. Hopefully we can get there before the end of the year. And of course, if you truly did enjoy it, then hit the thumbs up button too. That would help immensely. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another Debunking Flat Earth Meme video. See you then.